We don't see the same world, we see from different worlds. We assume we all live in the same world. But what if we don't? What if each of us is walking through a different universe, filtered not just by biology, but by memory, emotion, belief, and soul readiness? Perception is not truth. It is a translation. And every translation carries distortion. We aren't seeing the world as it is. We're seeing the world as we are. In the book, The Doors of Perception, Aldous Huxley opens the mind to altered states and the filters of consciousness. He proposes that the brain is not a generator of consciousness, but a reducing valve, narrowing infinite awareness into a manageable stream. The real world is too vast, so we shrink it, and call that reality. In the book An Immense World, Ed Yong explores the perceptual worlds of animals. Bees see ultraviolet, bats hear shapes. Snakes sense infrared. That their realities are not lesser versions of ours, just different ecosystems of perception. Humans too are living in a version, not the whole. In the book The Master and His Emissary, Ian McGilchrist explains the opposing modes of the brain's hemispheres. One divides, labels, and controls. The other senses, feels, and connects. When one dominates, reality fractures. When both flow together, perception becomes a fuller story. In the book, Reality is Not What It Seems, Carlo Rovelli brings quantum physics into perception. Time isn't linear. Particles behave differently when observed. Space is not fixed. Reality, at its root, doesn't match what we perceive. But that doesn't make it less real. Only less visible to our senses. In the book The Hidden Life of Trees, Peter Wohlleben shows how perception isn't limited to sight or sound. Trees communicate, feel, remember. They form networks beneath the soil, an unseen web of care and warning. To say they don't see is to misunderstand perception itself. So here's what this constellation says. There is no single reality. There are only perspectives. And the more we cling to our own lens as truth, the more we miss the multiverse within this one. Understanding doesn't come from proving others wrong. It comes from remembering. They are not seeing less. They are seeing differently. Maybe we ask ourselves, where have I mistaken familiarity for truth? What filters have shaped my perception, and can I name them? Do I believe what I see, or do I see what I believe? How does my inner state change what I notice in the outer world? Can I hold space for multiple truths without needing to collapse them into one? Reality is not rigid. It bends at the edges of perception. The invitation is not to agree on one truth, but to become fluent in many.